Imagine waking up every day with a burning desire to push boundaries, to create, to challenge the status quo. There's a drive inside you that refuses to settle, a hunger that keeps you reaching for the next big thing. But here's the catch. This hunger isn't just for success, for fame, or for wealth. It's the hunger for knowledge, for learning, for growing beyond what you know today. But alongside that hunger, there's something else that fuels your journey, the willingness to embrace the unknown, to be a little foolish, to take risks when others play it safe, to walk paths that others may laugh at, to try things that seem impossible, because in that very foolishness, there's an untapped well of innovation and discovery. Stay hungry. Keep that fire alive. Don't let the world's expectations box you in. So don't be content with what's in front of you. Ask questions. Seek out the unfamiliar. Push yourself beyond the easy, the comfortable, the familiar. That's where the magic happens. It's where ideas that once seemed absurd become the breakthrough moments that change everything. But also stay foolish. He's foolish enough to believe that you can. Foolish enough to trust your gut when everyone else doubts you. Foolish enough to challenge the norm, to defy what's been done before. Because the path of least resistance doesn't always lead to greatness. Embrace that fool's spirit, and you'll discover that what the world once considered impossible might just be your greatest accomplishment. In the end, the greatest achievements come from the relentless pursuit of passion, curiosity, and yes, the willingness to risk being a little foolish in the process. So stay hungry, stay foolish, keep moving forward because the journey itself is the reward. Imagine waking up every day with a hunger that won't let you rest, a thirst for something greater, something beyond the ordinary. This hunger isn't about food or material wealth. It's the kind of hunger that pulls you out of bed in the morning, pushes you to reach higher, learn more, and be better than you were yesterday. It's the hunger for knowledge, for mastery, for progress. It's the hunger that drives you to ask, what more can I do? What's next? What can I create that hasn't been created before? This kind of hunger is essential. It's what fuels the fire inside of you when everything else around you seems to settle. When the world around you is content with good enough, your hunger pushes you to go further, to ask harder questions, and to never accept the status quo. It's what keeps you up late into the night brainstorming, sketching ideas, and planning for the future. It's the spark that keeps you moving even when the path ahead seems unclear or difficult. But here's the thing, hunger is not just a desire for success. It's a desire for growth. It's about waking up every day with the mindset that you are capable of more than what you've achieved so far. It's about realizing that every day is an opportunity to get better, to learn something new, to break through limitations you didn't know you had. This hunger doesn't let you sit back and rest on your laurels. It keeps you moving, keeps you questioning, keeps you dreaming. When you stay hungry, you don't just settle for what's easy or convenient. You push beyond what you already know. You seek out challenges because challenges are the stepping stones to your next breakthrough. When you're hungry, you don't let fear of failure stop you. Instead, you let that fear drive you, knowing that each failure is a lesson, each setback is an opportunity to learn, and each obstacle is just a part of the journey. Your hunger will not only help you grow, it will inspire those around you. The fire inside you will ignite a similar fire in others. People will look at you and see your passion, your drive, and they'll feel it too. Your hunger becomes contagious. It encourages others to chase their own dreams, to push past their own limits, and to ask the same questions you're asking. What more can I do? How can I grow? So keep that hunger alive. Don't let it fade. Let it drive you forward. Let it push you to be more than what you are today. Because when you stay hungry, you stay driven, you stay focused, and you never stop growing. The world is full of opportunities, but they are only available to those who have the hunger to find them, the hunger to reach beyond the familiar and discover what's possible. Curiosity is the spark that ignites every great idea, every breakthrough, and every moment of true innovation. It's that inner desire to understand the world not just as it is, but as it could be. Too often we settle for what we already know. We live in a world of routines, of comfort zones, and of answers that seem sufficient. But the greatest achievements throughout history were born from those who refused to accept things at face value, those who asked questions that no one else dared to ask, who looked at the status quo and thought, there has to be a better way. Curiosity is a relentless force. It propels you to explore, to dig deeper, to keep seeking answers even when the path is unclear. It's the driving force behind those who, when faced with a challenge, don't stop at the first solution that presents itself. They ask what else is possible, and they keep searching until they uncover something that no one else has seen before. It's this kind of questioning, this deep-rooted desire to understand the why and the how, that unlocks the doors to new possibilities. Staying curious means constantly challenging yourself to go beyond the surface. It means seeing opportunities where others see problems and asking the questions that others shy away from. It's not just about gathering information, it's about looking at the information in a new light, connecting the dots that no one else sees. It's about refusing to accept the world as it is and imagining what it could be. When you stay curious, you never stop learning. There's always more to discover, more to explore, more to create. In every moment of curiosity, there is a sense of possibility. The world is full of unknowns, but it's those who remain curious who are most equipped to turn those unknowns into something extraordinary. Curiosity allows you to see patterns in chaos, to turn obstacles into opportunities, and to turn your ideas into reality. It challenges the conventional, pushes the boundaries of what's possible, and opens up new worlds of creativity. But curiosity isn't just about asking questions, it's also about embracing the unknown. It's about venturing into areas where no one has ventured before. It's about taking that leap of faith in the unfamiliar, even when others might doubt you and the road ahead looks uncertain. Curiosity drives you to step into the unknown with confidence, knowing that every discovery, every breakthrough, every innovation begins with that first step into uncertainty. To stay curious is to never settle for what's easy. It's about questioning assumptions, seeking out new perspectives, and never allowing yourself to become complacent with the way things are. It's about seeing possibilities where others see limitations and finding solutions where others see problems. Curiosity is the fuel that keeps you moving forward when the world tells you to stop, and it's the force that will keep you hungry, keep you striving, and keep you creating. So let curiosity guide you. Let it push you to explore new ideas, to discover new ways of thinking, to challenge the limitations of what you know. Because when you stay curious, you unlock doors that lead to the unknown, and it's in that unknown where the greatest opportunities for growth, innovation, and success lie. Failure is often seen as the end of the road, something to be avoided at all costs. But the truth is, failure is one of the greatest teachers you'll ever have. It's not the end of the journey, it's simply a part of it. In fact, failure is one of the stepping stones to success. The only way to truly fail is to stop trying to quit, to give up on your dreams because of a setback or a challenge. But for those who choose to embrace it, failure becomes a powerful tool for growth, a lesson in resilience, and a catalyst for innovation. When you fail, it's easy to feel defeated. You might question your abilities, doubt your potential, and wonder if it's all worth it. But here's the thing, every successful person, every inventor, every entrepreneur, every great mind has faced failure at some point. What sets them apart isn't that they avoided failure, it's that they used failure as fuel to keep going. They didn't let one failure define them. They let it motivate them to try again, to adapt, to improve, and to get even better. The key is to understand that failure is not permanent unless you let it be. It's temporary. It's a moment, not a definition of who you are or what you're capable of. And it's in these moments that growth happens. When you fall, you rise stronger, more determined, and more prepared than before. Failure teaches you what doesn't work so that you can find what does. It reveals your weaknesses so that you can strengthen them. It forces you to adapt, to think differently, and to try again with more wisdom and experience than you had before. So don't fear failure. Embrace it. Run toward it. Understand that every time you fail, you're one step closer to success. The most innovative breakthroughs often come from moments of failure. Think about all the great inventions, the discoveries, the revolutions, how many of them came about because someone was not afraid to fail, to take a risk, to fall, and to get back up again. Every failed attempt is a lesson learned, a step forward on your journey, and a chance to refine your approach. When you fail and keep going, you gain something invaluable experience. You gain a deeper understanding of what it takes to succeed. Failure helps you build resilience, patience, and determination qualities that are essential for anyone who wants to achieve greatness. If you're afraid to fail, you'll never reach your true potential. But if you're willing to take risks, to fall and rise again, you'll unlock a level of creativity and innovation that would have remained hidden if you'd played it safe. Each failure is a reminder that you are pushing boundaries, that you are reaching beyond what is easy and familiar. It means you are taking on challenges that others might shy away from. It means you are willing to test the limits of what's possible. And when you keep going, when you refuse to let failure be the end of your story, you'll find that your persistence pays off in ways you never imagined. So don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Don't let a setback make you doubt yourself. Let every failure be a stepping stone, also the motivator to get back up and try again. Because in the end, those who are willing to fail, those who are willing to get back up every time they fall, are the ones who ultimately succeed. They are the ones who change the world. The world is full of people who are perfectly comfortable staying where they are. They've found a place that feels safe, a routine that's predictable, and a path that doesn't require them to stretch too far, to take risks, or to venture into the unknown. And for a time, this might feel good, but real growth, real success, and real change never come from staying in your comfort zone. They come from stepping out of it, from choosing the harder path, from facing the challenges that others are too afraid to tackle. When you push yourself beyond what's comfortable, you open up a world of possibilities. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to discover your true potential the parts of yourself that you never knew existed. This is where growth happens, not when you're playing it safe, but when you're taking risks, when you're challenging yourself to go beyond what you already know. There's a quote that says, "Nothing worth having comes easy," and it's true. The things that are truly worth pursuing, the goals that set your soul on fire, the dreams that keep you awake at night, will not be achieved without effort. They won't be handed to you. They require grit, determination, and the willingness to venture beyond the comfortable. They require you to step into the unknown, to face uncertainty, and to be willing to fail along the way. But it's in those moments of discomfort, of stepping into the unfamiliar, that you truly begin to learn who you are and what you're capable of. When you stay within your comfort zone, you're limiting your potential. You're not giving yourself the chance to grow, to become more, to discover new skills, new strengths, and new ways of thinking. Comfort is where you remain static. It's where you stay the same, where your mind stops expanding, and where you stop challenging yourself. But when you decide to step outside of that zone, you break free from limitation. You unlock new levels of creativity, resilience, and courage, and you open doors to opportunities you might never have even considered before. Stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't mean making reckless decisions or taking blind risks. It means making a conscious choice to take on challenges, to learn from every experience, and to keep moving forward even when the path ahead is uncertain. It means being open to the discomfort of change, knowing that it's a necessary part of growth. The world is constantly evolving, and if you want to evolve with it, if you want to be the one creating the future instead of merely adapting to it, you have to be willing to step outside of what's comfortable and embrace the unknown. The greatest breakthroughs and the most impactful innovations have come from those who refused to stay in the safety of the known. They took risks. They stepped into the discomfort of uncertainty. They challenged the norms. And in doing so, they created the future. They didn't wait for things to happen to them. They made things happen. They created their own paths, and their willingness to push beyond what was comfortable paved the way for their success. So choose discomfort. Choose the path that scares you, that challenges you, that forces you to grow. Don't let fear keep you locked in a place that feels safe but leaves you stagnant. Step into the unknown with courage, with curiosity, and with the certainty that no matter what happens, you'll be better for it. The discomfort you feel in the moment is just a sign that you're moving forward, that you're expanding, and that you're on the verge of something greater. Stay hungry for progress and embrace the discomfort that comes with it. That's where your true potential lies. To innovate, to lead, to create something truly revolutionary, you must be willing to stand apart from the crowd. It's tempting to follow the established norms, to take the easy path, to blend in with everyone else. It's comfortable and it's safe. But if you want to make a mark on the world, if you want to leave a legacy that lasts, you must be willing to be misunderstood. When you follow the crowd, when you stick to what's familiar, you're simply adding to the noise. You're not creating anything new. You're not challenging the status quo. You're not changing the game. But when you dare to go against the grain, when you challenge the conventional, you will almost certainly face resistance. People will question your ideas, doubt your vision, and may even label you as foolish. And that's exactly when you should ask yourself, am I willing to be misunderstood? To truly innovate, you must be willing to take risks that others may deem foolish. You must be willing to follow a vision that may not make sense to everyone else. There will be people who don't see your potential, who don't understand why you're so passionate about what you're doing. And that's okay, because the greatest minds in history, the ones who changed the world, were often the ones who were misunderstood the most. The key is not to be discouraged by this misunderstanding, but to embrace it. Use it as fuel for your journey. Understand that being misunderstood is not a sign of failure, but a sign that you're on the edge of something new, something bold. When you're doing something no one else has done, when you're pushing boundaries that no one else dares to, of course they won't understand. They won't see the vision you see. But if you keep pushing forward with conviction, with passion, and with belief in your idea, eventually they will see it. Eventually they will understand. Eventually they will follow. The greatest disruptors, the ones who have changed industries, invented new technologies, and transformed entire cultures, were never people who played it safe. They didn't listen to the voices of doubt or the critics who told them they were foolish. They trusted their own instincts, followed their own path, and stayed true to their vision, even when it seemed impossible. And it was that courage, that willingness to stand apart from the crowd that made all the difference. But here's the secret. Being misunderstood is part of the process. It's not a roadblock. It's a sign that you're doing something worth doing. If everyone understood you from the beginning, you wouldn't be breaking new ground. You'd just be following the same old path everyone else is walking. And if you're not willing to walk that lonely path, to be misunderstood, to face criticism, then you'll never experience the joy of discovering something truly unique, something that changes the world. So embrace being misunderstood. Let it fuel your passion. Let it remind you that you are on the verge of greatness, that you are doing something no one else has done. Keep your vision clear. Stay committed to your path and trust that in time the world will see what you see. Those who dared to be misunderstood, who embraced their own uniqueness, who followed their own heart, are the ones who left an everlasting impact. Be foolish enough to believe in yourself, to follow your dreams, and to ignore the critics. Because the greatest innovations are born from those who are brave enough to be different, to be misunderstood, and to stay true to their purpose. The journey to greatness is never straightforward. It is filled with uncertainty, ambiguity, and moments where the path ahead is unclear. But it is in these moments that the true test of your character and your resilience lies. When the road is unclear, when you don't have all the answers, it's easy to feel lost or discouraged. But this is also when the most remarkable discoveries and innovations happen. It's when you are forced to trust yourself, to believe in your instincts, and to keep moving forward, even when you can't see what's ahead. The truth is, no one has all the answers. The future is unknown, and the path to success is rarely linear. It's filled with bumps, turns, and unexpected detours. But this uncertainty shouldn't scare you. It should excite you. It is in the unknown that possibility resides. It's in the moments when you don't know what comes next that you have the chance to shape your own future, to create something that has never existed before. When you are uncertain, you are at the very edge of growth. You are on the verge of discovering new truths, new possibilities, and new ways of thinking. This is the moment when you are forced to step out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself to go beyond what you already know. It is in these times of uncertainty that you have the opportunity to build something truly remarkable. If you embrace it, if you lean into it with curiosity and courage, you will find that uncertainty becomes your greatest ally. Too often, people hesitate to take risks because they fear the unknown. They want a clear, guaranteed path before they make any moves. But the truth is, there are very few clear, guaranteed paths to success. What you think you know today could change tomorrow, and what you believe is certain today might be proven wrong in the future. Success is not about knowing exactly where you're going. It's about having the courage to take the first step, even when you don't have the map. It's about trusting that as long as you keep moving, you will learn, adapt, and discover your way forward. Uncertainty forces you to stay flexible. It forces you to learn, adapt, and think creatively. It's easy to become complacent when you have everything figured out, when things are going smoothly. But it's in those moments of uncertainty that your creativity and innovation thrive. It's in those moments that you start to see the world differently, that you start to come up with solutions you wouldn't have considered if everything was predictable. The unknown is where your true potential lies. It's where new ideas, new inventions, and new opportunities are born. So embrace the uncertainty. Instead of letting it hold you back, use it as fuel to move forward. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, and know that you don't need to have everything figured out before you begin. The journey of creating something meaningful and impactful is messy, it's imperfect, and it's full of unknowns. But if you're willing to embrace those uncertainties, to face the challenges head on, you'll find that you are capable of achieving things you never thought possible. Uncertainty is not a barrier, it's an invitation. It's the call to move beyond your limits, to discover new possibilities, and to create something that has never been created before. The unknown is where you will find your true greatness. So don't fear it, embrace it. It's in the uncertainty that you will uncover your highest potential and build the future you've always dreamed of. The greatest accomplishments in history didn't come from people who played by the rules, followed the conventional, or waited for permission. They came from those who chose to trust their instincts, to follow their hearts, even when the world around them said it was too risky, too foolish, or too impossible. True greatness lies in the willingness to take that leap of faith into the unknown, to make decisions that might not make sense at the time, but are aligned with a deeper vision, a deeper purpose. To follow your heart is to have the courage to be yourself, even when it feels easier to conform, to blend in, or to fit the mold that society expects of you. It's about being authentic, staying true to your values, and choosing a path that excites and inspires you. But it's not always easy. The world can be loud. There are always external pressures, family, friends, colleagues telling you what you should do, where you should go, and what you should pursue. They may have good intentions, but only you can truly know what aligns with your passion, your purpose, and your deepest aspirations. Following your heart means not being afraid to fail. It means embracing the fact that some of the greatest lessons come from taking risks, making mistakes, and learning along the way. There is no perfect blueprint for success. Every journey is unique, and the only way to find your way is to trust your instincts, to take steps toward what feels right even when the outcome is uncertain. Sometimes that means going against the crowd, standing alone, or walking a path that others might not understand. But in the end, it's your heart that will guide you to where you need to be. When you follow your heart, you are not only tapping into your deepest desires and passions, but you are also aligning with something larger than yourself. You are tapping into your true purpose. And when you're working towards something that matters to you on a deep level, the challenges you face, the obstacles you encounter, and the hardships you endure don't feel like roadblocks. They become part of the journey, part of the process of creating something meaningful. It's your heart that will give you the strength to keep going when things get tough, the courage to keep pushing forward when the road ahead is unclear, and the resilience to keep striving for your vision when others may doubt you. The most impactful innovations and breakthroughs have been born from people who were willing to trust their hearts, their passions, and their instincts, even when they didn't have all the answers. It's not about following the crowd or seeking approval from others. It's about finding what excites you, what drives you, and what makes you feel alive. When you choose to follow your heart, you tap into a wellspring of motivation and inspiration that cannot be extinguished by setbacks, doubts, or fears. It's the force that will propel you to achieve the impossible. So take that leap. Follow your heart, trust your instincts, and don't let fear of failure or judgment hold you back. The world is full of people who have settled for what is safe, who have followed the expected path, and who have let fear or uncertainty keep them from pursuing what truly excites them. But the ones who make a difference, the ones who truly change the world, are the ones who are willing to listen to their hearts and follow them, no matter where the journey leads. Because when you follow your heart, you will discover a sense of purpose and fulfillment that cannot be found through anything else. There will always be moments in life when you encounter failure. It's a universal truth. Whether you're embarking on a new project, pursuing a dream, or taking risks to create something meaningful, failure is not only inevitable but necessary. However, how you respond to failure is what will define your success. It is not the failure itself that determines your future, but your ability to learn from it, adapt, and keep moving forward with renewed determination. The fear of failure is often what holds people back from truly pursuing their passions and their dreams. They become paralyzed by the idea that they might not succeed, that they might look foolish, or that they might fail in front of others. But here's the truth. Failure is not the end. In fact, it's one of the most powerful tools for growth. It teaches you lessons that success never can. It humbles you, forces you to reflect, and ultimately provides the necessary fuel for your next attempt. The key is to reframe how you view failure. Instead of seeing it as something to fear, start seeing it as a stepping stone to success. Every time you fail, you learn something new. Every mistake brings with it the opportunity for growth, improvement, and refinement. It's not about falling down, it's about getting back up stronger, wiser, and more determined. It's the resilience to continue, to persevere, and to push through the discomfort that separates the successful from those who give up when faced with adversity. Failure also teaches you the importance of adaptability. When you fail, you often find that things don't go as planned and you must adjust your approach. This ability to pivot, to rethink strategies, and to reimagine your vision is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Without failure, you would never be forced to innovate, to adapt, or to find new ways of achieving your goals. The road to success is not a straight line, full of twists, turns, and unexpected detours. The ability to learn from those detours, to find alternative routes, and to keep moving forward is what separates those who ultimately succeed from those who don't. Failure is also deeply tied to the concept of risk. To fail is to take a chance, to step out of your comfort zone, to challenge yourself to do something new and bold. And while there's always the possibility of falling short, there's also the potential for breakthrough, for discovery, and for unimaginable success. Think about the most transformative inventions, the most groundbreaking ideas, the most influential people. None of them reached their level of achievement without encountering failure along the way. They took risks, they faced setbacks, but they continued moving forward, driven by a belief that failure was not a dead end, but a crucial part of the process. In every failure, there's a hidden opportunity. It's an opportunity to reevaluate, to refine, and to come back stronger. It's an opportunity to get closer to your goals, even if it doesn't feel like it at the moment. The world's greatest innovators didn't let failure stop them. Instead, they used it as a launching pad, propelling them toward their greatest successes. Each time they fell, they got up with a better understanding of what it would take to succeed. So when you face failure, don't let it define you. Don't let it discourage you or hold you back. Use it as the catalyst for your next step, your next move, your next breakthrough. The people who make the biggest impact in the world are the ones who are willing to fail, to learn from it, and to keep pushing forward with relentless determination. It's through failure that we find our true potential, and it's through perseverance that we unlock the door to success. It is easy to get caught up in the chase for success. Society tells us that we need to have more, do more, and achieve more in order to be considered truly successful. But success, in the way it is often portrayed, can leave us feeling empty, unfulfilled, and disconnected from our true purpose. If we constantly chase after external validation, wealth, recognition, or status, we can easily lose sight of what truly matters, living a life that is meaningful, authentic, and aligned with our deepest passions and values. When you prioritize doing what you love, when you commit yourself to a pursuit that excites you from within, you tap into a deeper source of motivation and fulfillment. The external rewards, money, fame, success will come as a byproduct of doing what you love, but they shouldn't be the driving force. The true joy and satisfaction come from the process itself, from waking up every day with a sense of purpose, excitement, and passion for what you're doing. When you're doing what you love, work doesn't feel like a burden. It becomes an expression of who you are, an extension of your creativity, your vision, and your commitment to something greater than yourself. The key is to find that intersection where your passions, your skills, and your purpose meet. When you can align these elements, you unlock a level of energy, focus, and dedication that cannot be matched by simply pursuing goals for the sake of external approval. This is when you begin to experience true fulfillment, when your work becomes something that brings you joy even in the face of challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. Because when you love what you do, you don't give up. You don't quit just because things get hard. You keep going, fueled by the internal drive that is far stronger than any external pressure. Doing what you love doesn't mean that everything will be easy or that success will come overnight. It means that you are willing to pour your heart, your soul, and your energy into something that truly matters to you. It means embracing the struggles, the failures, and the moments of doubt, knowing that they are part of the journey. The greatest accomplishments in history didn't come from people who simply followed a prescribed path to success. They came from people who were so deeply connected to their work, so passionate about their vision, that they were willing to endure everything in order to see it through. When you do what you love, the rewards are not just external, but internal. You experience a deep sense of satisfaction, a sense of fulfillment that cannot be measured in dollars or accolades. The work itself becomes its own reward. You develop a resilience and a determination that is rooted in your love for the process rather than in the pursuit of external validation. This is the type of success that lasts, the kind that fills you up from the inside out. But doing what you love is also a form of courage. It takes courage to follow your own path, to pursue what excites you, especially when the world around you may not understand or approve of your choices. It's easy to follow the expectations of others, to take the safe route, to conform to what society deems successful. But it takes true courage to break free from that, to follow your own heart, and to create something that is uniquely your own. The path won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. So remember this, success is not defined by what others think or how many accolades you collect along the way. It is defined by the joy, the fulfillment, and the meaning you find in the work you do. When you focus on doing what you love, everything else falls into place. The challenges, the failures, and the struggles become part of the adventure, and the rewards, both internal and external, are greater than you ever imagined. When you love what you do, you don't just work to live. You live to work. You live to create, to innovate, to inspire, and to leave a lasting impact on the world. In the end, the pursuit of greatness is not defined by external accolades or possessions, but by the depth of the impact you leave on the world and the fulfillment you experience from doing what you love. Stay connected to your passion, trust in your purpose, and have the courage to follow your heart, even when it seems like the path ahead is uncertain. Remember, the greatest achievements in history were not born from playing it safe or from following the conventional route. They were born from those who dared to stay hungry, who stayed foolish enough to take the risks, make the mistakes, and challenge the boundaries of what was thought possible. The world is waiting for you to contribute your unique vision, your passion, and your creativity. So stay hungry for knowledge, for growth, for opportunity. And above all, stay true to who you are and what you believe in. Keep moving forward no matter how difficult the journey may seem, because it is through that perseverance that you will not only shape your own life, but inspire others to do the same. The path ahead is yours to create. Stay hungry, stay foolish, and turn your dreams into reality.